Today I'm going to show you how to use the combination convection and steam mode in the Thermador steam oven for roasting. We're going to roast a variety of meats, fish, poultry and vegetables. Now remember, when you use the convection mode for cooking, you have extraordinary retention of moisture in your food. When you add the component of steam, you inhibit cellular breakdown, so flavor, texture and nutrient value of the food is extraordinary. I'm going to show you some really simple steps to help you achieve delicious meals just like these. It takes about 1 hour to roast a 4 to 5 pound chicken in convection. When cooking chicken in the convection steam oven, I actually start in the convection mode with a high temperature of 400 degrees, just for 15 minutes so you can get that nice even browning and let the skin crisp up a little. After 15 minutes, I change the mode to the convection steam setting. I leave it in the default temperature setting of 320, but I change the timing now to 45 minutes to complete my 1 hour of cooking time. After about 30 minutes, I add in a tray of vegetables to cook with the chicken, and I'm using the solid pan that comes with the oven. Now the ideal way to roast a chicken in convection is to place the meat on a rack in a shallow pan. This does two things. It allows the convection heat to evenly circulate around the meat, and because the meat is elevated, the heat of the pan does not draw all the juices out of the pan. This is another easy, delicious meal you can prepare with your convection steam oven. Now in this meal, which is roast beef with roasted vegetables that will be served in a warm salad, the vegetables actually take the longest to cook. So I cut up all the vegetables, toss them with some oil and seasoning and place them in the solid pan. And then I place them in the oven using the convection steam mode, the default temperature of 320 degrees, and I set the timer for 50 minutes. After the vegetables had been in the oven for about 20 minutes, I added in the roast beef, which takes 30 minutes to cook. Once again, the meat is sitting on a rack slightly elevated above the shallow pan, allowing the convection heat to circulate evenly around the food and also keep the moisture inside. Now this next meal has great appeal because you can cook the entire meal on one tray. This is a pork tenderloin with some roasted sweet potatoes and apples and onion and a little bit of roasted kale and carrots. The way I cooked this meal was I started off by cooking the vegetables as they took the longest time to cook. I actually seared the pork tenderloin on the cooktop so it would have a nice vibrant color and a little extra flavor. Then I added the pork tenderloin to the pan together with the kale and the carrots for only about 15 minutes. Again, I've used the combination convection steam mode. With convection I have moisture retention, with steam I inhibit cellular breakdown. It's a great mode to use for cooking pork. I used the default temperature setting of 320, and once I added the pork and the other green vegetables in, I cooked it for just around 15 minutes. Now here's another really simple one-dish meal that you can cook in your Thermador convection steam oven. This is a lovely piece of wild cod together with some quick cooking asparagus and thinly sliced peppers and onions. This entire meal will take all of 15 minutes to cook. Now remember, we're using a combination convection steam mode, so this is going to be a fairly high temperature, 320 degrees, but we'll have so much moisture retention from the convection and from the steam. I've set the cooking time for 15 minutes, which is all we'll need to cook this meal to perfection.